Hello YouTube, how is everyone doing? Today I am reviewing the RC Bandito, which is a very unique vehicle, and the first RC vehicle to come out. Now this vehicle cost a total of $1,590,000 on Southern San Andreas Super Autos. I couldn't figure out how to upgrade it at first, then I saw the car here in the arena workshop. I felt kinda stupid that I missed this when I first ran in. The RC Bandito is spawned for the interaction menu, and you disappear when you use it. It has no range, which means you can drive it across the map. However, when you despawn it, you will respawn right where you started using it. So if you spawn it at LSIA and you go all the way up to Sandy Shores and then you despawn it, you'll spawn back at LSIA. Now this vehicle, it comes with either EMP mines or kinetic mines. I personally recommend EMP as they will help stop a vehicle and then you can destroy it with the main bomb. But the RC car, it only carries 3 mines. It can take a surprising amount of damage and it cannot be used in heists. I'll cover that a little later. I wanted to test the speed on the RC Bandito. I wanted to see how fast it was. So I decided to compare it against the Cerberus, which is one of the slowest vehicles as part of the Arena Wars DLC. And as you guys can see from this, the Cerberus is much faster than the RC Bandito. When you drive the RC Bandito, it feels like you're going really fast, but that's because you're in a very small vehicle. You're in a very small RC car. So it looks like you're traveling fast, but in reality it's not fast. But for an RC vehicle, I would say it does have decent speed. The RC Bandito has infinite range. You can drive it across the map. I thought that because this was an RC vehicle, I thought there was only a certain distance that you could drive it and then you wouldn't be able to go any further. But I was wrong on that. And it's actually a really good thing. You can take this all the way across the map. However, don't expect to use this to teleport across the map because even though I'm taking it across the map, as you guys can see right here, and I'm all the way up in Sandy Shores now, if you despawn it, you get out of it by pressing triangle on the PlayStation 4, Y on the Xbox One, you will spawn right where you started. So if you start right at LSIA like I did, and you drive all the way up to Sandy Shores, you will spawn back at LSIA. However, though, the interesting thing about this is that you don't appear. You don't appear. Your character completely disappears when you start using the RC car, so you can't really be killed. And this thing does not appear on the map. So other players don't see it, they don't know where it is. And I can see a lot of people using this in combat in the future. And I'm really curious how people are going to use this, because people might start using this instead of passive mode. They might just use this if they get attacked. They might pull out, their RC car, the griefer, whoever's attacking. They're not going to be able to see them. They're not going to know where they are. They might start looking for the RC cars. But also, I'm guessing that people could also use this as a troll. There's definitely a possibility that people could use the RC car to troll. They definitely could, in the middle of combat, just despawn and then they could appear somewhere else and then attack with the RC car. I appreciate the amount of detail that Rockstar did put into this RC car, because in most other games that they put an RC car like this, you wouldn't be able to go underneath other cars. There would just be an invisible wall. But with this thing, you can go underneath a lot of cars. Like here, I went underneath the Cerberus and I activated the bomb. Now this bomb, it will blow up almost any regular armored vehicle. It'll just blow them up. They'll die instantly. But if it's like an armored vehicle, it'll do some damage, but it's not going to completely destroy it. In this case, it just caught the Cerberus on fire, blew up later, but it's not going to damage it unless it's like a regular armored vehicle. Now, in jobs, there's something that I was really shocked by, and it's that you can't use this really in jobs, at least not technically. You guys see, I'm trying to do a headhunter right here, and it says not currently available. So if I start a headhunter and I try to use the RC vehicle, it won't let me, and this is the same for the other VIP works. However, though, you can use the RC car in VIP work. What you need to do is you need to spawn the RC car before you start the VIP work. As here, you guys see me, I'm starting up headhunter in the RC car. And when you do headhunter like the RC car, I wanted to see if this thing could be effective in missions. I was really curious. I was really hoping that the bomb would take out the headhunter vehicle, because you guys know these guys have insane accuracy. They have just crazy accuracy on headhunter, like the NPCs that will shoot you with perfect accuracy. So I wanted to see, can I use the RC car to blow them up? If they're an individual target, they're not in a vehicle, you could definitely kill them with it. But if you come up behind them, you try to blow them up, even go underneath their car like I tried to do here, the car's going to get on fire when you detonate the bomb, and the guy's going to run out, the target's going to run out, and you're going to have to chase them, but at least you'll be able to disable the vehicle. So I could definitely see this RC car being useful in some VIP works, but a lot of other VIP works, I didn't find really much of a use for it. Now, what is it like to be attacked by an RC Bandito? I wanted to know the answer to this question, so I asked my friend to attack me with his. And I'll be honest with you guys, it can be a little frustrating being attacked by these things because it's just so hard to destroy them. And somebody can deploy kinetic mines next to you to troll you, and they'll knock you to the ground. The thing thankfully does have 3 kinetic mines only. I guess that's a way to balance it, because if this thing had unlimited mines, I could totally see people abusing it. However, the biggest threat on this vehicle to killing you would be its main bomb. And they have to hold down the button, they have to hold down L1 on the PS4, it will be LB on the Xbox, I believe. You hold that button down and then the bomb explodes. This will kill you in one hit if they're close enough to you. The best tips that I can give to avoid the RC, to avoid getting killed by it, is to look for some kind of high ground. You know, climb on something. Climb on something. Climb on even like a crate or like a small rooftop. They can't get you with it. Don't worry about them jumping up. The jump isn't really that effective on it. It's not that high, so they're not going to really be able to catch up to you. Also, if you can steal a car in time, you can drive away and get away from the area. Just don't spawn a buzzard with your CEO, because by the time you get into it, you start it up, people are going to blow you up. The most disappointing thing about the RC Bandito is that you can't use it in the arena. You can't. You can use the regular one that they give you, but you can't use your custom one. I was really hoping that I would be able to use my EMP mines in the arena, that I would be able to disable vehicles if I timed it correctly and blow them up with it, but you can't use your custom one in the arena. That's a real disappointment, especially if you're going to be spending $1,590,000 on an RC car. You should be able to use it in the arena. I don't know why it's part of the Arena Wars DLC if you can't use it in the arena. That doesn't really make much sense to me. Fortunately, though, you can use your custom RC car in the new RC races, but personally, in my opinion, I didn't really enjoy these races too much because, number one, the pay on them isn't really that good, and number two, these races, your vehicle gets stuck really easily. Like, I should stop calling it a vehicle because it's an RC car, but your RC car, it gets stuck so easily in so many places. Like, I just hated this golf course race personally because I just kept falling in the water, or I ran over a small rock, and then I spun out, and then people got past me. So I didn't really enjoy using it in these races. You can use your custom one in the races, but this thing has no speed upgrades. It has no speed upgrades, so there's not really a point in using a custom variant. What's really the point using custom variant if it has no speed upgrades? I guess for cosmetic looks, but not much more than that. And lastly, here we have a damage resistance test. Now, you guys are not going to believe how much damage this RC car takes. It takes more damage than most vehicles. I couldn't believe just how much damage it took. I started shooting it here, and I'm also fast forwarding this to save time, but I was shooting this thing up so much and it wasn't doing anything. I eventually took out the minigun and it destroyed it. But what shocked me the most is when I was trying to use the RPG. First, I tried to use the homing launcher to see if you could lock onto it. So you can't lock onto it, but then I took out the RPG. I just fired at it, and it took 3 RPGs to blow this up. I couldn't believe that, because most arena vehicles, it takes 2 RPGs. And those things, their armor is fully upgraded. Here, it doesn't really have any armor. It takes 3 RPGs. It's pretty crazy. And here at the end, we come to our pros and the cons. And the pros are, it can be spawned instantly. So you spawn it from the menu. It can be spawned right away. You go into it, and it has a 1-minute cooldown. It has a bomb ability. It has the kinetic mines that you drop, or the EMP mines, but there's only 3 of those. The bomb ability, hold down the button. It'll kill almost anyone in one hit, so long as they're in the blast radius, blows up most cars with regular armor, and it hides the player. So you activate this, you won't appear on the map, and also, the player won't even appear. So as long as the player's standing there, you activate it, they'll disappear, so you can't really be shot and killed while you're driving around this RC car. It has a jump ability, which I guess is a pro, but it's not really that effective. It's very small jump ability, even if you upgrade it. I guess you could get over certain fences, but it's not going to do more than that. It has a 1-minute cooldown, so you can call in a lot really quickly, and it has very strong armor, and I think that's probably the best pro on it. I couldn't believe that this thing takes 3 RPGs to blow up. I really couldn't believe that. An RC car takes 3 RPGs. I mean, it's good, but it's kind of shocking in comparison to other arena vehicles that only take 2 RPGs, and some even take 1. So it doesn't really make much sense there. And the cons are it's expensive. I know it's only $1,590,000, but you also got to look at it this way. $1,590,000 for an RC car. Think about it that way. It has 3 mines. That's a con, but I actually like it because if this thing had unlimited mines, people would abuse it. Let's face it, people would abuse this thing if it had unlimited mines. Like, they would just be dropping mines all over the place, spamming them, going after players. I think they put 3 there just so people wouldn't do that. It cannot be used in the arena. I think that's really disappointing there. Why can't it be used in the arena? You know, it's an Arena Wars vehicle, should be able to be used in the arena, and it's blocked before missions. So as long as, if you start up a mission, you can't use it like a VIP work. But if you start it up a VIP work while you're in the RC car, you can use it. It should be able to be used in missions. You spend this much on an RC car, you should be able to use it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you like RC cars, you like a vehicle to have a fun in, mess around in, get this vehicle, but it's not really going to be making you money. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, drop a like. If you're new to my channel, enjoy my content, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.